Putting a dip in your hip, a glide in your stride. Welcome to the mothership, the home of the travelers of the universe, with shows throughout the week. Everything you want, everything you could need. From the paranormal to the supernatural, from the spiritual to the unknown, from emotions to comedy. You can find us at Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and so much more. This is R.I.F.T Nation Network, the RNN. And now, your featured show. Shall we begin?
Good afternoon, travelers and those alike. A few people may be going, is he going to lose his mind? No, I'm not. Hi.
Why would you lose your mind?
I'll explain a little later. Welcome to the Orion Effect. I am the quintessential cosmic surfer himself, the social media hitman himself, Ed Odell.
And I am Rhonda Dowdy. And now you've got me intrigued, sir.
Then my job is complete. If anything and everything as it used to be in the show could, would, or should go wrong, it has.
Well, I noticed when I came in, I was like, where's my background? And so then I had to call on how do I get to my background? Let me go add it back. Luckily, I figured it out after I realized it was backwards.
That has been the mojo for the weekend. That has been today. I got on the board. I'm like, that's interesting. I didn't know the RNN was represented by the Orion Effect, but okay, I'll go with that. Then I had connection issues because Verizon and Virginia Power were out here till 3 o'clock in the morning with big trucks. The modem is barely going, I might do something. And then the modem's like, I'm not doing anything. So I had to jack into my phone to get this.
Okay.
I'm like, I'm cool. I'm good. And then I got, right as the show was going to restart, I got a text from Marci. She was saying she's going to be late on. She had some issues. And I was like, understand, not a problem. We're good. Then, it's just been one of those weekends where if it could, would, or should, it did, would, and could. Hi.
I get that.
So you've had an exciting weekend, but please let me. I'm going to go a little bit into the tuba.
Go into the
and
tuba.
peek over. I'm gonna let you say hello to everybody because there's a lot of people.
I know, but a lot of people aren't talking yet. But I will say hello to Sheila May, Hair Force One, and Shayla Rickard. Thank you for joining us.
Hello, travelers, and thank you. And I do believe Hair Force One is one of our newer intakes.
Welcome.
But you know what? Absolutely. I'm loving the new people. I think that's a call sign, perhaps, for somebody new, but that's okay. We like you. We want you here. Welcome.
That's right.
Before we get started in the show and talking a little bit, we both have had a little excited weekends, and there's a lot of great things. Tomorrow night is the brand new monthly show starting Mystic Mayhem, Lisa and Lisa. So make sure we get that pumped out there. Don't miss tomorrow night. Now, with that, I'm sorry. Tuesday night, August 1st. Also, Joni will not be on tomorrow night. She will be returning the following week on Mysteries Behind the Scenes. She's in the midst of a brand new change in her life. So, yay. Oh, it's Dwayne.
Dwayne, that actually makes sense. Hair Force One. Just
I dig it.
Music
I dig it, Dwayne.
That makes sense.
Just remember, be nice. I have found little tricks out about the board. We've got a hello, everyone. Please, if you would, hit the hyperlink that's right above in the chat to allow Facebook to give Restream permission to use your profile name. Other than that, all we're going to do is, hi, Facebook user. I'm a little in a unique mode today, as you can tell. So while we are waiting for the magnificent Marci, let's talk a little bit. How was you and Kim's weekend? Miss Kim is on right now,
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
know y'all had a great weekend.
We had an absolutely
I should be thinking.
outstanding weekend. I don't know that it could have been better. I don't know that she could have created a better class, and I don't know that we could have had better students. I mean, I'm just going to say both were outstanding. The energy was great. The most we had that was a little crazy was we had a hellacious monsoon that came through Belgrove about 6 p.m. You could
Last
literally
night, right?
watch it come across the river. And at one point, I was like, are we under a tornado warning? Because this looks weird. But
It's
we
coming.
didn't lose power
Take
or anything
cover.
like that. But it was absolutely crazy. Because they're having their after it was the last one, but they had a summer series where they had live music and food trucks and everything. So it was the last kickoff for summer that they were having out there. So everything got a little bit of a late start. We had, John out there, our Elvis impersonator, and it was a good time. Everything started a little late, but it was all good. But the class, Kim and I have spent, I mean, a lot of months and months and months just talking about like our journey, like how we learned mediumship and how we learned psychism and the different teachers that we worked with and everything, and what we felt like worked well and what we felt like maybe could have been different or things that maybe made us fearful when we first started out. I think she did an outstanding, and I don't say this because she's my best friend, but I think she did an outstanding job of incorporating things like that. Where this group, now this was a 102 class. So all of these students had been to class before, taken a class with Kim, learned psychism, up front, had been through a first class. And so they were kind of familiar at least with how she taught and things like that. But they had all been practicing. They'd all came to the back to the table. They took what they learned and they'd done something with it. But I think the class was an overall testament to being a teacher and allowing students to find their way, just giving them some guidance. And I think she did an outstanding job, and they blew us away. Blew us away. Yeah, they were wonderful. So I think we both got home and realized that we've been doing this for 2 days, and we're like, oh God, I'm done. I'm tired. But I don't think the weekend could have been better. I don't think it could have been better if we tried. So
Very good. And y'all might have heard me mute myself, and I'm going to let you know why, because I live near RIR. So I don't want to interrupt any loud and great conversations with a 747.
well, you know what? Well, you're there, but I can also, yeah, I can hear the racetrack from my backyard, from where I live. I was like, is it a race tonight?
Oh, you're right. And I heard it too.
Yeah.
Last night they were testing all the way till 11 o'clock last night. Holy shiz balls.
Yeah.
It is cool. I love it. I love it. Hey, my brother Robert is in the house. He's checking us in from New Mexico tonight.
He's in
the
New
land
Mexico.
Of Gold.
What?
Yeah, he's down there with his daughters.
Okay.
Or daughter. So I want to acknowledge that. I saw somebody else. Oh, yes, we got the new one. We got Teddy 39 Star in the house. What's up, Teddy? Dropping in here saying, Rift Network, have a good restream. 100 viewers for 5. Oh, thank you. We appreciate you. We really do. Goodbye.
See you later.
Have a nice one. Thank you. Keep your propaganda and your money to yourself. Our fans are already here, and so are our family. Speaking of which, she is in the house. I heard her knocking on the door. I wish I had a doorbell and a knocker. That would be great. So,
why did they got knockers?
oh, or a set of balls. I don't know. Cat balls. I don't know. She's like, hold on, I'm going to bring you on in a second. So, as we are sitting here and she is now waiting, you love you guys. You're so awesome and welcome. Thank you for that. Oh no, thank you, Dwayne. On this one, we have a magnificent guest, and we're going to bring her home. Did you like I said that? Bring her home.
Hey, everybody. Hey,
Marci.
how and Rhonda, my soul sister.
Hello.
How are you, love?
Well, besides my body purifying, which it does when we get the runs, as I've been meditating, cleansing out, I'm down the street from where I work, so I can go to work at 5 my time, but at least I'm alert, aware, ready to go.
Ready? She's like, we can do this. We can do this.
I push through everything. My phone is just hot, so I'm just trying to figure out what to do.
That's okay. We're even here to help you. So,
things?
well, not everything.
Not everything.
So it's magnificent to have you back for your 8th.
I missed you all.
We've missed you.
And I'm so glad we're reconnected, Howie, because that guy, he's got some heavy karma.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Well, what was interesting is I had him look like, I'm like, okay, show your face, the guy that hacked me and Howie. And he opened an eye, and it was a black eye, and he was from Nigeria. But I'm wondering if my guides were coming through, like, they go follow him, because that's some heavy karma.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so,
well, I mean, he affected much more than just you and I.
I'm sure.
A whole slew of people, unfortunately. But, Ron and I had spoken about this. Everything happens with reason and purpose.
Right.
So all this did was push me to do this.
Right. And I've been around to expose people. That's almost what it seems like what my calling is, But anyway, so we can go on to the dimensions, but I just wanted to say that. And Howie and I took a long time. I wrote him on LinkedIn. He wrote.
Oh,
we lost her.
We lost her. She will return. I am sure. Our sister, up from the universe, shall return. I'm sure she just lost signal. Welcome to the Orion effect. Zap. Ask that person just about 5 minutes ago what happens. Anyway, so when she returns, we're going to be talking about manifesting. We're going to be talking about signs from the universe and interesting things. And we got one that's saying, hey, ya. Well,
that's
hey,
Jim Livingston. I'm watching on the Traveler's page. That's Jim Livingston.
That's Jim.
Yep.
Jim, if you could see the hyperlink, we want you to go to that hyperlink and see if it'll allow you. Now, Jim may not be allowed, so that's okay. It's Jimmy, by the way. Let's do this. Okay, so, and that's understandable, Jim, and I get you, but thank you for being here. It's just going to be an interesting show. We're going to bring a lot to the table. Mama Peggy, how are you? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Our travelers, our families in the house, So I'm in a very unique mode. I'm finally probably back to where I needed to be. This is a beautiful thing. While we wait for our sister Marci to return.
Well, welcome back, sir. Welcome back.
Well, it's been a long journey. It has indeed. The spirit world is definitely ancestors. Yeah, ancestors been giving me a swift kick in the spiritual buttocks in the last 3 days. Kind of doing that. Wake up. Here's your wake
up.
As
they will. I saw your post about rainbows and feathers flying out of the sky, and I've had something similar happen. I was in Mechanicsville at one of my mentors' classes. The class was over. She and I were out in where her office was. You were kind of on a side street, so we were literally in the street just chit-chatting, and feathers just started falling from the sky out of nowhere. So I have seen that occur, and it's one of those you're like, what is happening? And you look
Mm.
up, and there's not a bird to be found. And it wasn't
Yeah.
like it was raining in one place, they were everywhere. It was like snowing feathers. It was bizarre.
Now, I've not seen that. Now, I just saw Marcy try to get back on. Hold on. This is going to be a love you too, Rob. Again, uh, I saw Marcy try to get back on. She has a very, very weak signal. So maybe we can get her on. We'll go keep going. I think it's an energized night. We're going to be fine. If this stuff, we will definitely make it try to happen. She's trying to ring through the phone now, and I'm like, I can't answer. Damn. I know she's trying to go through it. I'm looking at trying to get Facebook. So I'm like, all right, you need to message me through here. That's not going to happen either. So we're trying to do the best we can with this. Um,
Yep.
I know she's probably telling me she doesn't have a signal. I started doing the show from here and talk about signals and energy and frequency as we have been. I did the show from here because we did training today. I trained our newest member and myself and Jennifer. Props to Jen. Um, and
She's
we had a
awesome.
She was magnificent. We took Gracie and showed her the true steps of starting what needs to do an investigation. Okay, we'll just leave it at that. We're not going to get into a whole paranormal thing tonight. But she did amazing. Both of them were great, on target. I left there going, maybe I should stay here. Signal. Didn't even think about it. Like, no, I'll be back. I'll be okay to the house. Get here, and I'm in a rush, and I'm talking to Sarah. Everything's just going blah, blah, blah. My signal keeps getting weaker and weaker. So I can understand the signal issue. I get it. I understand. But this is not the first time that Marcy has come onto our show where we've had technical issues.
Yeah. Yeah. But I'm surprised you don't have more signal issues where you're at anyway, just being so close to the airport. Because, you never know who's flying in and out. And I do believe they cut signals, they do what they need to do, depending on what's happening, much like when you're on the Amtrak train going through Quantico. Like you can't get there's Wi Fi on the train and you can't get Wi Fi through there. So it's kind of a expectation that something could go awry out there, depending on who's coming and going out of, RIC Airport.
This is true. And let me say a good evening to our traveler, Tyler Darnell's in the house. And
And
you
you
would
know what?
just say,
Tyler had a big weekend too. He was out there taking photographs of some cars and doing his thing. Everybody's doing a little different stuff this weekend, but
a
what he's
lot of you
posted out
might
is
know,
awesome too. So
a lot of you know, Tyler was just on. So it's always nice when we have our guests and our family in the chat as well, supporting and showing.
yep,
Um, so I want to make sure we say that. Yeah, absolutely. You going through Quantico, I can tell you from delivery as well that they shut your cell phone down as you're going through too,
yep.
and that's from Quantico all the way to Manassas. So yeah, it's true. But we were talking about manifesting. Let's keep that going. They get energy.
All right, now what are we manifesting?
Yeah, there we go. Now, again, we've had this problem, unfortunately, with Marcy before. Sometimes we say that spirit intervenes, yet it for one purpose or another, yet it be energy, signal, frequency. Here we are. Right now, y'all got. I'm not doing an ego thing. I almost said something that was a little egotistical. I don't want to do that because I am not that kind of person. But you got two of the best right now, right here with you. So, see how I put that out there. So, yes, energy does play a factor into a lot of things. So does the energy. Everything's been changing. We know this. Today I talked about that. You brought up last night. Now, we were going to talk about that with Marci, and I was hoping we would get some tone healings in because Lord knows this society really needs some healing right now, some tone healing. We could use it. But and then unfortunately, she keeps texting. I'm like, I can't get to the phone. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I keep checking Facebook to see if she messages us or something, but she's not.
Yeah, maybe that's what I need. I got an idea.
Okay.
Everybody, I'll be right back.
Y'all chat amongst yourselves. So if you have questions, I'll be glad to answer them. But hello, all my friends. Par for the poor for the weekend. It's all good.
You can touch base with us on the Facebook Messenger thread. Okay, I hope that works. All right. Y'all could hear me, I bet. Anyway, it's like an office meeting.
Minnie said the boogeyman don't want the truth out.
I know, right? Yeah, damn Skippy. So here's the thing, and you're right. Last night, what took place with me, and this is not the first time. I actually wanted to talk a little bit more on the Forbidden Door with I heard her. She made it back. She did it with a full signal.
Hey, I'm trying.
I know. We were just talking about, remember the time before? You know,
sometimes. Many times.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, many times.
When does that happen? And that's what dimensions came to my mind. Because the feathers, and then I have a story that you had written that my friend and I went to go see the Elvis impersonator. And he gave me a red scarf. He gave my friend a blue scarf. I turned around to take her picture. It like disappeared. And then when we were doing the trans-channeling up in Spokane with Bill's mother and Crystal.
I told you. I knew it. I knew it. We're so sorry, you guys. We apologize. I'm sure she'll try to. I hope she'll try to get back on. She might message you, Rhonda. So
okay, I've got everything up I could to find her. So
okay, and we're sorry, you guys. We're really trying hard. She had a full signal and just disappeared. It's crazy. So this could be that wishy-washy back show. We see that's coming now. So let's take the spiritual sponge and go back in the back part and do it again. I'm going to let you know about the feathers and the rainbow. So we were having a major storm coming through last night but we only kept the edge of what you received, ironically. I came and walked down the driveway here, looking up at the sky. It's, blue on one side, dark gray, thunder lightning on the other. I'm like, damn, I need a camera. I walk down and I'm looking. Don't be rude.
It looks more like a hot mess.
I'm looking, and this amazing, huge, I mean, mega huge rainbow started to appear. I've never seen a rainbow so big that I ever recall. So it formed, and I'm watching it going, by the time I get inside, get my phone, it's going to be gone. I understand this, so I'm going to intake into what I am seeing. As I'm doing that, and I said that out loud, going, okay, I'm going to sit here and watch. This feather, again, 1 inch long, many of us in the spiritual world call this the angel feather, comes floating by my right shoulder, flicker, 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 going past me, and I'm like, whoa, that's a thick feather. It was really thick. if I had a machine gun sound right now, okay. So
You would probably get in all kinds of trouble.
yeah, no, probably just for playing the sound. Um, so I'm watching this feather down, and it goes along and floating on top of the driveway, gets to the road and lands. I'm like, man, if that is not a sign, this amazing, beautiful rainbow and a feather from heaven. So I go pick it up, and I'm like, wow. So I have to, I'm like, I do a thing for Sarah, and I'm going da 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 da, telling her all about it. And I set it down in front of what we have a dream box. Her name, my name. She got it for me for Christmas. Some of you have seen it. I set it down, and as I set it down, it splits into two. Literally, two feathers come apart. And I'm like, holy shit balls. It was literally two feathers. It wasn't just one separating, it was two stuck in perfect link until I sat it down and split. I'm like, now you can't get any better of a sign than that. And you know what? I wanted to get your take on it and Marci's take. But let me read this first. I think she may have met the real Elvis, and he is hacking the feed. Asks you not to let anybody. Bad boy.
You never know. You never know.
Howie hits Howie. I'll be at the cabin this weekend. Well, cool. We're happy to see you, sir. Yes. I hate spell check, but I guess I'm not going any further than that spell check stuff. I know what you're doing. Rude. Albert! Albert Bundy. Nice to see you and welcome. Remember, you really should be much nicer than you portray yourself. But if I had the flush button, it would work. But tonight, we're just going to let you go. Have buttloads of fun. Bye bye. Okay, so you're in my world now. All right, so yes, I'm in a rare form mood. Good thing I don't have my sound machine. We're being nice. So, how y'all like those potatoes? So, anyway, this all partakes, and I'm going, wow, this is really something very cool.
Yeah.
I touched base with Sarah. She couldn't see the video. It did not go through because of the Wi-Fi here. Smart move. And I did do a small live on my Facebook, just saying, hey guys, check this out. A couple wonderful people actually commented on it. And now I bring it tonight because we're talking about manifesting. We're talking about signs. We want to ask, hey, what's up, Jim? What's your take on what I just delivered to you?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I would 100% look at that as some sort of message. I would probably dissect it further just to figure out what it is. Like, what were you and Sarah maybe talking about before you noticed all this happened?
I did.
I mean, I would probably look at it to that, like it was some sort of affirmation for that kind of thing. I mean, it's a rarity. And it's one of those things, excuse my French, where you just go, you can't make this shit up. Like it falls in that realm.
Right now.
But I do feel like you get these kind of strange messages, and not to digress, but like I had a dream this week, which it's weird. Sometimes you have a dream and you just know it's a message. It'll have something really random in it, like a number, or and you're trying to figure out like, okay, so that's clearly something, because why would I be looking in shoes for a box that say 106 on the box? There's got to be some rational reason for it, but a lot of times it's just a message. I feel like for you actually might have gotten lucky. You nodded your head, so I think you did take back to that conversation. So you probably may understand what the message was, because a lot of times they're so cryptic. Like mine, I'm like, really? You're just gonna give me a number? You couldn't just tell me in the dream what I need to know? You know what I mean? But they want you to figure it out.
Do you want to try by phone? Because it cuts off after a couple minutes.
Really?
Right, I tried to go on your Facebook. Howie, you're not on my phone Facebook.
That's intriguing.
It's annoying.
Well, I'll tell you what, Marcy, we were just talking about the two feathers and the rainbow yesterday. I wanted
I
to
know.
ask, I wanted to ask you, along with my sister from another mother, your opinions and your insight. So Rhonda was given hers. We're about to lose again. I think I think we just lost her again.
Yep.
Oh, it's gonna be a long night. Bless her heart, she is trying though. I love her to death. She's such a sweetheart and she tries so hard. We are gonna have to find a way to really rig her up. That's just what we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to send her an antenna to put on our roof.
There you go.
Oh, that's an idea. I'm just gonna have to put her there. Um, Good God, I'm being invaded.
And we have liftoff.
And we have liftoff. Um, Kenny says, but I see Marcy. Yeah, so do we. Um, um, Let me see here. Jim says, sign everywhere, a sign, blocking out the scenery, breaking my mind. Oh, you pulled a Tesla, you little bastard. Well done, Jim. Well done indeed, sir. What did I'm going to let you read up on that because, I don't feel like I'm talking too much sometimes.
All right, let's see. Where else do we have? Shayla said, "Yes, Rhonda. Dream messages always make me decipher the messages." It's like, yeah, and like in my dream, it was like my parents in the dream too. So I'm like, just tell me what you want me to know. Don't give me looking for a pair of shoes in a box number 106. Like, what the hell? But
Right. I don't
you know,
know. I don't want to look for the parachute in the dream. And I
just
don't
tell
want to look at,
me.
just,
Can't you
stop.
be direct? But I mean, I
Yeah.
feel like what you got was probably something a little bit more direct.
That's probably because I'm being hard headed about my dreams.
Well, like sometimes they'll give you a swift kick and like really put it in front of your face. So hopefully that's what you got from that. But definitely, definitely. Dwayne says, "Do you guys have any thoughts on the congressional hearings concerning UFOs and how nobody seems to really give a crap, or are they just confirming what we already know?"
I'm glad you asked that question. And don't worry, no, I'm not kicking you off. Um, this is a legit question. Let us come back to that while we finish this up, and then we will come back to that because that is a great question.
It is.
It is something we could talk about. Um, and I see Kenny goes, do sign. I think here's I I looked, I did all my spiritual insight. I did everything that Debbie and Woo ever try to teach me. I'm trying to embrace everything that Woo and Deb has ever taught me into now. And it's working. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. So I tried to look at the pre situation, what led to what was happening. Thunderstorm. I had just woken up a little bit, but I knew there was things I had to do. I couldn't get the computer to work with PSP, so there were some issues with that. The computer was giving me some problems. Sarah has not been feeling good for the last 3 or 4 days. Concerned about that, and well, really concerned with that because fortunately, unfortunately, my other half becomes just like me in so many ways. And that means when she's sick too. So she becomes me when I'm sick. Now I know what I'm like, and it sucks. God bless her soul, poor thing. Um, but I did. And I've been doing a lot of grounding this weekend because a lot more things have come into the fold, if you will. The universe has been going, so what did you learn? Yes, Debbie. What did you learn? And finally, again, it's like in steps I did. I went, I did learn, I did listen, and I am paying attention to the lessons taught to me through mortals of the immortal way. And I'm like, okay, finally, I finally starting to get this part of it. You're never perfect. We are ever growing in this life. We are ever learning. If you do not take anything else away from me, us, this show, is that we are ever learning. We are ever changing to become more. We want to be better. Not 100%, but a little bit each day. Let us help another person. Even if somebody that have angered us, let us turn that and smile and go, you're having a bad day. So, in that, I took that time and I went, what did I see? I took the whole weekend because two situations have come back into the fold that I was dealing with last year. And I went, I understand this time comparatively to last time. So I'm like, okay. I also know I need to rest more. I have not been resting properly. So, yes. Hmm. That's
seeing
my
that.
little.
That seems to be a reoccurrence. I'm seeing that with several friends and people this year where
Taz. Sorry.
it's you for once. It's you with the dog.
I know, right? I'm like,
What I was
hey,
saying is I've seen it multiple times with friends and family where they're having forced slowdowns because of health issues. The universe is saying you're going to slow your roll. You need to take better care of yourself. And you're kind of forced to do it, whether you want to or not.
if you recall this time period, we're in a transcending period. Again, this time we were in 6 planets in retrograde. Same thing, 6 planets were in retrograde again. And it's kind of going, you know what? This is the last time for Pluto. Time of Aquarius has begun. Are you going to be an Aquarian? What are you doing? Taz!
Taz agrees.
Right? He's chasing a squirrel. It's like his addiction. But it's true. And I think we all get those moments. We get those moments where our circles shrink. We look at the bigger picture and going, yeah, okay, I see you. Let us understand our seat where we belong. Yeah. And it's true. It is very true. So I'm going with that. We can manifest a positive just like we manifest negative. Manifest negative. We do that all the time, folks. When
We
are we going
do.
to learn?
We
Yeah,
do.
we do.
And I think we're very quick as individuals, and it's a human experience. We all remember we're human, and we all are dealing with our own things. But I think we're always quick to think something is about us or somebody's behavior is about us, and don't take that step back to say, "Gosh, maybe they're just having a bad day. Maybe I need to step back and ask them tomorrow if they're all right." Um,
How
but,
often do we look at ourselves?
exactly, exactly.
You know, sorry, you guys. We don't mean to turn this into this what it is, but it is what it is, and we're going with it. This is the truth.
But I mean, you do manifest that thing. I mean, I see that a lot. It's hard to recognize. We were talking about manifesting, but I think a lot of times you can manage. Like if you worry enough that something's going to happen, guess what? It's going to happen.
Yeah.
If you worry that your car is going to break down enough, guess what? It might just break down. You
You know
know,
what? That's a good point. Let's talk about something before we go back to the alien factor that Dwayne brought to our attention. Thank you. Let's talk about what you just said. I want to bring something out, and this is not a shoot at anybody, okay? Because everybody knows there's very few insightful people that I can go 100%, okay? But you could go to an on the side road card reader, sit down with them, pay them $50 for them to tell you something, and some of it could be negative, and it gets in your brain, and now you're manifesting bad thoughts.
we had this conversation even in class this weekend that you've got to be very careful as a reader. If you're a card reader or you're a psychic or you're a medium, you've got to be very careful how you deliver a message. Because sometimes you can interpret what that is and misinterpret it. And, there could be
Yes.
somebody who then comes back and says, well, you ruined my marriage because you said my husband was cheating. And maybe it was just that he was unhappy and you know what I mean? You could cause a chain of events with free will if you're not cautious about how you deliver a message rather than saying, oh yeah, your husband's cheating. Maybe say, hey, be mindful, watch for strange behavior, something
Very true.
different than what you say. So, but I truly, I even more, the older I get, I hate to use the old word, but the more I truly believe your thoughts create your reality.
How about the wiser you get?
Yes.
We'll drop the old, the wiser, the more knowledgeable, the knowledge.
Yep.
Because
Yep.
we ain't old yet. Let's give it a shot. Let's try.
What?
Let's try.
My car is making weird noises again, Howie.
That's not a surprise.
I know. I moved
Yes.
over closer to where I work, so I might get better internet. Hopefully that's closer. I was talking about apports and energy. I don't know what that sound is. But I've had apports happen. They do come from other dimensions. They are messages, and it's almost like you're on the right track. I had my scarf disappear. My friend and I looked everywhere. Within a second, it disappeared. But then the real Elvis gave my friend's mother a scarf. So things appear and disappear. And there are many dimensions. I'm trying to. Oh, yeah. There are many.
Bless her heart. She's trying, ain't she? I mean,
She
this
is.
woman, she will try. If she's meant to be on, she will try everything. She is moving. You guys, her dedication. She got in her car to go to another place and to try to be on here. That girl, that woman is awesome. So
She
I
is.
get her point. You know, yep, they talked about this in church this morning. False prophet. I'm trying not to go there, Rob, because that is going to be a touchy subject that could take us down the biggest rabbit hole. But yes, I don't want to go into the religious factor or in that part. But you know what? I agree. I understand and I see the signs. We've been talking about dreams. We've been talking about intuition. We've been talking about energy. I want to acknowledge Keith. Keith Ottersberg's on right now. So, brother, good evening, sir. Thank you for being here. Um, and I acknowledge all of this. But we have to understand what we're dealing with. And we, like you said, Rhonda, we have to choose our words wisely because words can manifest a situation that we don't even anticipate.
Yes. Yes. There's a snowball with every effect with everything, and there's definitely a snowball effect with free will. So saying the wrong thing at the wrong time. That's what so many psychics and mediums will say to me. And Kim has heard this. She can validate for it that like I was so drawn. If I don't give them this message, they won't leave me alone. Like if I don't deliver this message to this person in the grocery store, they're not going to leave me alone. Well, guess what? You don't. That's why I say free will is a big thing. You could deliver that message, and you have no idea what frame of mind that person was in when you delivered it, and you might have just kicked off a chain of events.
Exactly. Okay, let's try it again, shall we?
Yep.
It only gives me a couple minutes, and I'm like, I'm not on the internet because I have to be at work at 5 my time. So I always have to be in my car. But I am going to do a tone. I don't know how much I'll be cut off on that, but that's what I'm being told.
Let's give it a
Ready?
shot. Let's do some tones. Everybody, please focus.
They are from other dimensions a lot of times.
You know what? It's just she delivers and poof.
She gave what she needed to give, and
Let us explain this. She's an amazing tone healer. I remember the first time Rhonda experienced her. Rhonda was speechless. Her mouth dropped. She's like, because in the studio, you could feel the vibrations.
like the whole
It
room
really,
vibrated, the table vibrated, everything vibrated.
she is amazing. And along with that is her energy. You can feel her energy when she can make that contact. So, you know, we have to find another way to get her here.
Yes.
Um, okay, so let's jump into the question because the question is asked, and I don't want to ignore anybody's questions or insight. We do apologize. We apologize. Unfortunately, it is not a signal of the studio. It is unfortunately her signal, and we're going to try to make this better.
And it's another one of those things. I'm going to say it really quick. Sometimes you're led down the path you're supposed to go for the evening. Maybe this is the path we're supposed to go for the evening.
Thank you. That's why no stress, no worries. There's a song. There's a song that's on the tip of my tongue. It always is, but I know that. But no, it's not no worries before y'all start going, don't worry, be up. No, it's not that. Um, no odds, no stress. No, I'll get it. It'll hit me after the show. Anyway, let me talk about the sound energy is a fact. But of course it is. And we can back this up, and we'll come back to that. But I do want to answer the question that was asked. Okay. Flight 515.
Delta Flight 515 from Albuquerque. It's landing now.
Okay, exactly. All right, so he asked if any of us had seen the congressional meeting on the ufology. Did it seem like nobody cared? Let us take a few minutes and talk about this because ufology is a part of this show. This is the Orion effect. Okay. Did I watch it? Actually, I was at work yesterday morning, and one of the things that I did was I did have it up on my YouTube. Did I watch it? Yes. Did it seem like it made any sense? No. And I'm going to tell you why. This is an average Joe saying his opinion, not someone who's into ufology, not someone that's in the paranormal. As an average Joe, to me, it looked like them chasing their tails. It was the same thing over and over and over again with no evidence, no response, no intelligence, with no direction. All it was circle questions, questions being answered by questions. And when someone was asked a direct question, the person being asked would give a hesitant response. What does that say?
So, did you
So
feel like the hesitation was somebody who had been coached for their responses, or what did you feel about that?
I'm going to answer that with an interesting tale, if I may. I saw a post Friday. Oh dear God, I don't even want to read. I know if I see it, I'll probably laugh. I'm gonna then I'll look over because you're laughing hilariously. So Jim must have said something funny as hell. So coming back to that, in the post Friday night, I hate you right now. Friday night, there was a post I saw. Biden's son rejected where they rejected his appeal, right? And it had Biden in his mouth wide open. Below it, it stated one of the women in the cabinet yelling out like this, release the UFOs. Okay, enough said. Our government is notorious for misleading the public. Do you see an inch and a half to a 2 inch freaking killer bee?
No.
Do you see bear with me. I'm going to try not to get on a rant about this one. I've already ranted to Sarah enough this morning. She goes, "Oh, you're in a rare mood." I'm like, yes, I am. Do you see a flying freaking spider somewhere? No, no, no. Okay? Just saying, here we are being misled. COVID is real. I will acknowledge COVID is real. That's all I'm saying. Please do not try to get me on a rant because I will not respond to it because that'll take us down the deepest other rabbit hole that will take us to the center of planet Earth, and we don't want that. So let me continue. So, our government is notorious for hiding secrets, thinking they know what's best for the public when the public doesn't give two shits anymore. So, Dwayne, to answer your question, did it seem like the public doesn't care anymore? And I'm going to say it just like this. It's 2023. Really? We've been bombarded by ufology and aliens now for 5 years, okay? To the point of us ufologists, it's just like ghosts. They exist, people. Sorry, get over it. The fact is that aliens exist. Get over it. Who cares? The general public doesn't care anymore. They just want to see it now and let it be known. That's it.
Yeah, quit trying to cover. I think it's like a quit trying to cover it up. Like we already know it's real, so now don't pretend like you're going to tell us it's finally real. Like we didn't already know.
Exactly.
Quit insulting our intelligence.
That is what the general public's mentality is now. I love what you just said. Stop insulting our intelligence. 3/4 of the population are okay. 65% of American population, you like how I changed that real quick there? We'll change that up. Don't care because they don't acknowledge anyway. They don't care about ghosts, spirits, or anything. They're worried about their own personal lives, their own little thing, their little bit of money, and whatever they can get out of something or somewhere, something. Honest to God. If they saw a UFO, they would probably get the camera and go, "Oh, look, we're going to get on YouTube now. We're going to get popular. We're going to be on Facebook. We'll get popular." What does that tell you? Okay, so what? Okay, how many of you realize that the Anunnaki have been here for thousands of years? The Sumerian text is thousands and thousands of years old. Okay, we're still here. What's bringing it to the forefront right now? No. See, we were supposed to have Jean Claire Broad on tonight. There was a schedule mix. And I talked to her for a good long period of time on the phone today. I love Jean. She is a machine.
She is.
Jean. She did go with the same point of what I say. First, majority of what you're seeing on YouTube on these, like the best of spiritual stuff, is fake. Because on YouTube, you can go and see how it's done. Sorry, people. There's a lot of fake crap on YouTube. Same thing with news and everything. It's there. Okay. Same thing with a lot of this UFO stuff. A lot of it's created. What you're seeing on your Facebook feeds and your reels, they're created. And these people, the only reason they're doing it is so they can be seen. They have nothing to gain and nothing to lose, unlike a ufologist or a parapsychologist or a paranormal researcher. We have something to lose, our integrity. These people don't. So why not?
They cut down on the integrity of people who actually get something because then everybody thinks it's not real.
Exactly. Thank you. Da, 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 da. Okay, now I got to go back and re-see what Jim. I'm going to probably pee in my pants.
Oh my God, Jimmy! Stop.
When I wrote this, forgive me if it goes astray. You turd. Good, but you're a turd. Just my opinion. I got to read that back over again because I'm about to snort out my nose. Just my opinion, but I think they're stepping up to the plate with UFOs just to get more military funding. No, there's another agenda. I'm about to talk about that. The sky was the... Oh, no. Dude, I love you. You know I love you like a brother, right?
Well, you know what? Jimmy just put out there. Prince, musical genius, probably an alien.
You know what? Sure. It's a good possibility. I think there's a lot of people that aliens. I think a lot of us are aliens. we have a genetic fuck up somewhere. Oops, sorry, Facebook. It's swift. Um, but honestly, true. Um, let's what the heck? What did Dwayne? But for whatever it's worth, it's nice to see that the news reports something about UFOs without damn X Files theme over it. Bravo, sir. I agree. And yeah, Jim, you're right. Kenny even put that's awesome. Eyes being rolled. You know what? We make this the best show we can. And, a lot of people just went, peace, I'm out. I understand you guys, but this is how we roll. I mean, we can fix and we adjust. That's how we do this. So, ufology actually plays into frequency, it plays into spiritualism. All this is linked. Everything we're talking about is linked.
The thing is none of us know how exactly.
Exactly. But yet, we do have a theory. It's right there. That's what this is all about. We have a theory. That's why we do this show. We get to talk, communicate, we talk with you guys and get your opinions. We can manifest these things. Could we be manifesting spirits to come to this planet, to come to this hard earth? Yes. Can we manifest our troubles? Yes. So if we can do the negative, why can't we do the positive? Let's do the
Exactly.
positive.
Manifest your solutions.
Exactly. What she said. I love how my cup becomes part of the insignia. Um,
Is your cup red?
no, it is my Virginia Tech. Well, you're not going to see it, I don't think. It's my
Oh,
Virginia.
okay. It looked like your cup was red too.
Oh, look at that. Can I put it? Oh, there it is. I just have to put it in front of myself. So it's a Virginia Tech cup. But no, it's just kind of cool. Um, but yeah, I mean, if we honestly look at it, Earth is changing. We're changing. Everything around us is changing. We're getting closer. Now, before we get off air, I will bring something to your attention. Everybody that may be a Gen Xer or earlier, I watched probably the stupidest movie this weekend, and I used to think it was so cool. I watched it today or yesterday, and I realized how stupid the movie is. I watched Ice Pirates for the first time in like 30 years.
I don't think I've ever seen that, believe it or not.
Don't. It's like Megaforce. Don't watch it. Let your memories be good. Okay, but in that there was a robot that kind of looked like R2D2, but it rolled on wheels and had a structure. The ironic, scary part is that robot that was in that movie, and this was 79, is a robot that we have right now in the workplace that delivers documents, that can take things from one department to another. Remember what I said. Sometimes sci fi dictates the future. Argue with me on that one now. Not you.
No,
Anybody
but
out
I'm
there.
saying anybody who's been in the hospital in the last 5 to 10 years, there's robots literally that come down the hall and they deliver meds like from the pharmacy. So the orders go in. Here come they. I think at Henrico Doctors they were named Rosie. Honestly,
They are Rosie.
Rosie
Yeah.
1 and Rosie 2. So yeah.
And you know what's funny? Jimmy, you know where that name comes from, right?
The
Come on.
Jetsons.
Rosie? Huh?
The Jetsons.
Comes from Jetsons, but yeah. Okay, let's go with the Jetsons. That's a perfect fit. You're right. I was going
Rosie.
with Red Dwarf, but yes. He's in up. He's acting like me tonight. He is so on target. Changes. He is so on target tonight. Go, boy. Hey, when he crapped bolts, that's a classic. Yeah, it was. All right, touche. Sci-fi absolutely does dictate the future. It opens the minds of people who have the greatness to make it reality. Yes. Thank you. We were manifesting our thoughts and our creativity to create such things. Sometimes we are born with knowledge we already know. Some people believe that we are born with all the knowledge, but it is our training, our upbringing, and our environment that puts doors in front of us. Depends on your thought. But we choose our paths at some point, and then the rest is guided, in my opinion. Well, that's an interesting one. Tear it, your
I
story.
never in my word.
Well,
What on earth?
well, you're welcome. We appreciate you, pal. Goodbye to you. Been nice knowing you, turd. Um, you know what? We're getting popular. And the only way I can tell you because we're
That's how
getting more
you
and more.
know, right? When you get spammed and trolled.
Yeah, when we get trolled, we know we're getting popular. That's awesome. Let me see here. AI, lots of unemployment on the way. Gonna change everything. Unfortunately, Jim, you're right, sir. And I'm gonna say it right there. Gas prices are already going up. Food's going up, forcing us perhaps to lean on the government. It's sad. Just saying. And we didn't even talk about human trafficking like we could have tonight with the whole UFO thing. We're going to talk about that on Forbidden Door, and we're going to talk on it with Jean Broda when she returns. We're not going to talk about it tonight, but it is an issue and it is a topic. Um, I get really disheartened when I hear people say that people in the past were stupid. They were just as smart as we today. They just did not have the tools yet to explore it further. Touche. Well said, Dwayne.
As
Well,
will be the same said about us.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. Good job ditching the trolls, bud. Hey, it's okay. Bring them on. We'll knock them down. You know what? If they have to troll us, we're doing something right, like we just said. Jim said, yeah, the traffic in San Antonio is nuts. Ah, I bet it is, dude. And Kenny, Kenny and you are really close to each other. Kenny's in New Mexico right now. We need Sarah C to rock. Wait, which Sarah C? They're both Sarah C. All right. My work won't be going anywhere as long as there are machines. I'm needed. Now, who was that? I don't know who that
Jimmy
was.
Livingston.
Was that Jim? Jim's right. Now, but progression in that field, Jim, to become a mechanic, to become a tech, we still have to progress in technology. But this is very true. And thanks, Ken. Appreciate that. Thank you, everybody. We are so sorry that we couldn't get Marcy on for a long period of time.
We'll
However,
get her back. We'll get her back
we
because she's
will.
just one of a kind.
And as I said before, we will have Gene Broda on very soon. We have a lot of great shows lined up for the rest of the year almost. We're doing good. We got a lot of comfortable things, a lot of great subjects. So we're talking ufology, cryptic coming back. Daniel Benoit will be returning back with us as we're now officially one of the promoting sponsors
Woo-hoo! Let me tell you
2024.
what. I'll just say that right now. He's building something big this time. I mean, he is. I'm impressed.
It is on target, and it's nice to be a part of it. I love it when we get involved with something new. And
Yep.
sometimes, now, I'm going to say this before we get off here, and I know we may go over a little bit, you guys. We're talking, we're chit chatting, and we haven't talked in a couple weeks, so you'll have to deal with us.
Yeah,
Uh,
you have. We haven't had an open mic in quite a while.
yeah. Um, what we find in all walks of life, not just what I'm about to say, is we come into someone's life or into an event to get it started, to help them get a push. Sometimes we stay with them and the bond gets stronger. Sometimes we have to move on. They go on and someone else takes our place to help them move further and we go do something else. Be aware of that. I'm just happy for the moment, which is a present.
That's
It's a
true.
present. Hey, Mike, how are you? Be careful how far we take technology. It will go against the humans. Now, I have to agree with Mike on that one. I will agree with that, and I'll just we have to be aware of our technology. Anything can turn on us. Think about creations. How do we know? Okay, rabbit hole. I'm going to be careful. I'll put my feet over it and my hands over it. And I will say this the warning dust to dust. True, Ken. Let's just put my feet and hands over top of that. What we create could turn on us. Do we know that some of these cryptic creatures now aren't man made? No, we don't. We don't. Man in Earth is evil, and man wants to create. It wants to have the power of creation. Sometimes those creations can turn on you. Yes, agree, Ken. The Asimov code, it does need to be initiated. However, again, sci-fi dictates the future possibly at times. Asimov, could that be code 76, 96, 86? Could that turn against us? Do you understand what I'm saying? I know some of you Star Wars fans may get that. I'm not using the number because I don't want to be foolaged, but it's true. Duck and cover. Right. Um, so tonight, it's really been it's about free speech and then talking. And, you know, again, and I agree with Rhonda. Wow, to have the trolls that we've had last week and this week. Hey, happy to see you, but also more happy to kick you out. Bye bye. So, um, let's do a little pump and promo out there before we release the travelers to the universe.
Yeah.
On my on my behalf, I want to say please stay tuned to August 1st with Mystic Mayhem with Lisa and Lisa. This is going to be one of those shows that I warned you about. You asked for it, you wanted it. You're now going to get two brilliant ladies that are going to give you the strange, the unusual, the weird, and the unknown. You asked for it?
Fun.
Yes, yes, yes. So we're looking forward to it.
And that's Tuesday night at what time?
9:30.
All right. Very cool.
And you, what you got going on?
Let's see. We have, at least for FPRI, we have a lot going on. I think our next big thing is Dinner with a Ghost at Hamilton High School on the 15th and 16th of September. Then on November the 5th, we're going to do a paranormal night out at Hamilton where any paranormal team can come out and set up and kind of a meet and greet. And I'm not sure exactly how that's all going to flow, but that's going to be fun. And then the big one, paranormal prom for New Year's. So we're totally stoked about that.
There you go. A lot of things going on that way.
Yep.
On the flip side, we have a lot of things coming out of the camp at 360. We got two big things. Yeah, we want to jump on that real quick and actually give those props up because, of course, we're supporters of the 360. We have one coming this month, of course, put on by our good friends, if you will. You like how I say, if you will, from Haunted Nights Entertainment. That will be August 18th and 19th. Again, at the cabin on 360 in the historic Mechanicsville Turnpike. The proceeds are going to Melissa Sykes, who lost her husband and a good friend to all of us in the paranormal field here, especially in Virginia and the surrounding states. We want you to go to the Cabin 360 page, go check it out and see what's up. And again, this is sponsored by Crop and Haunted Night. The other thing that we want to put out there, we're going to pump it out right now, is of course, is a special event that will be taking place again at the 360 in September, if you will, on National Ghost Hunting Day. Okay, this is a big event on the day. I just want to make sure we put that again, September 30th. I will be there. We're going to be doing broadcasting as we promised. This network is moving into its broadcast opportunity. Yeah, I know my phone's going off. And in this, um, we will have 2 to 3 cameras. I will be at the broadcast booth along with other representative of the network, perhaps, and we are going to give you 360 live. Ooh, I love that 360
360
live.
live.
Oh
Yeah,
boy,
yeah.
I just come up a
Me-
slogan for that daggone weekend.
Yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to the August event to, help people who need to be, friends of the paranormal who need help. And I know FPRI has volunteered, I know, to be out there Saturday night. I'm not sure about Friday night. But so, I mean, there's going to be a lot of teams out there. There's going to be a lot of support, a lot of people you can meet that you've seen on this show if you'd like to come out. So I think that's going to be it's just, a powerful event.
It really will be. I really do. I think, first of all, it's powered by Haunted Nights. Second of all, it's supported by Crown.
Yep.
And third of all, you're right. It is going towards a cause that is well needed. Um, Brad's funeral costs were not cheap, and
Yeah.
Melissa needs your help. She needs our help. So check it out. Go to the Cabin on 360. Check out the event and come on down. Let's take a look. Let's see here. Wow. Mm. Hey, Procrastinator Man. How are you? Good to see you. Flush. Goodbye. Um, we thank you for your comment there. It makes me wonder if people are just changing their name and coming on just to antagonize us a troll.
Probably. I think you block one and they change their name and they come back with something. They probably have multiple accounts. So
I think so. They just don't like the fact. Oh well, you know what? Welcome to the show. And if you don't, you gotta make comments. That means you're checking us out, which means you're still a fan. Ha ha ha. So
true that.
you know what? And that's okay. This is the first night we've ever had a heavy troll factor. But, there is an equation to trolls. And it's called a space plaid. And I've been smacking you down like a bunch of little bitches. Bye bye. And on that note, travelers and those like, make sure check out our new show coming out August 1st, 9:30. Mystic Mayhem with Lisa and Lisa. You do not want to miss this. You've seen
I'm
the promo
excited.
stuff. I am
Yeah.
too. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a great one. Everybody who tuned in tonight, thank you. We appreciate it. Let me look over and see if I missed anything, except for Kenny saying same troll, definitely an IP. Oh, thanks, Ken. There you go. Kenny's on it, man. Look at that. Same troll. That means somebody's jealous. Oh, I'm so sorry. Not really. Not
More to come, y'all. More to come.
really. Right? None of these are me. I admit to you that I changed my name. I don't know. History and passion. Joe's will attest that I am absolutely love this program. And we know you do, brother. You're good. You're good. But it is interesting. And thank you. Kenny, I appreciate you taking the time and trying to figure that out and giving us the update. And
Yeah.
I think
Who
personally
needs the
it's
CIA? We have Kenny.
right. No, 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 no. But you know what? Exactly. It's time to go. Thank you, travelers and those like, for hanging out with us and trying to make this the best show, working through everything. We thank you so much. We appreciate your comments, everybody that tuned in, everybody that was here tonight. God, I didn't even see Mama jump in here. And me B with Lisa. Oh, so Mama B, Mama Ravens looks like she's gonna. Oh, no, I thought you weren't going to be on it. Okay, cool. Let me rephrase that then. Raven will be on Tuesday. Then following her will be Lisa in Mystic Mayhem.
Awesome.
Don't miss it. Yep. As we build our new shows, the new shows are coming. We love you guys. Thank you so
Yes.
much, travelers.
Thank you.
we are going to jump out of here. We're going to let y'all have a great evening. Rhonda, thank you for being here.
Absolutely.
My dear, my dear. Mike, what's that? Would you put your finger on when doing a Ouija board? What?
What's that? Would you put your finger on when doing a Ouija board? A planchette?
Planchette. Wood.
Wood.
Oh, that was a good one. Touche, sir. All right, you guys. Thank y'all so much. We're out. And we will see you, young guy old. Wow, everybody keeps commenting. We're getting ready to go off. I'm like, thank you, Dwayne. And thank you, everybody. And
No,
we'll see you
this
next
worked out well because I'm telling you, I was feeling about half dead. I was like literally outside before it was time to come in. I was like, oh, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. So y'all got me through it.
Yes, we got through this because y'all rock. We will see you next time. Make sure to help each other out. Take a little time for yourself, reevaluate yourself, encourage yourself to be just a little bit better tomorrow. I changed it, I know, but everything deserves change. That's right, Jimmy. A little yes for your life. Change your places. We'll see you guys next time. May virtue be yours.
Be good humans.
We're going to get a t shirt that says that.